The lineup is set then for this year's FA Cup final. It'll be Chelsea against Arsenal. We're here to reflect on what we saw at Wembley over the last couple of days. Craig, Burley and Jan Fjortoft. Let's start off, shall we, with United's defeat against Chelsea. Jan, your boy dropped the ball, didn't Ole, with all those changes?
Well, he did, but the selection of what they used to call the best goalkeeper in the world. I mean, they put their first goalkeeper there, made two big mistakes. Lindelöf on the first goal, how in the world could he let Giroud come past him? That was boys against men in that situation. Well, that was a week that for Ole and Frank, this will define their season. And they started with Leicester getting beaten, and then there was a semi-final, and Ole got the Leicester result that he wanted, but it's going to be a big week. And he put up a team, I must say, that he wanted to beat Chelsea. Greenwood been a bit tired the last games, Pogba been out for injuries, but no excuses. It's easy. If you do mistakes that Manchester United did this Sunday, there is no way you deserve to get to a FA Cup final. And I think that Arsenal and Chelsea, they are the two teams that deserve to be there in the final of the 1st of August.
A lot of talk, obviously, Craig, about David de Gea and how he slipped from his performances. If you look back, and we've looked through the stats, so apparently if you go back to 2 seasons ago, for those 2 campaigns, he made 2 errors leading to a goal. In the last 2 seasons, he's made 8 errors. Despite all this, Ole says, look, he's his #1 goalkeeper. He hasn't even thought about dropping him for these big games coming up, where, of course, United looking to qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah, and he's taken all the flack, but Jan's right. That was a good point. That Lindelof's defending was shocking on that occasion, and then De Gea's second mistake. Really, when young Brandon Williams played a poor pass, you're looking for your goalkeeper to bail you out. Look, the United manager here is protecting his player. That's normal, right? It's not about the mistake at Wembley when Solskjaer says, "Well, I know where you're coming from. You're trying to, get a rift in there between me and my goalkeeper." It's not about, and he knows this, it's not about that mistake at the weekend alone. There have been many. We've discussed David de Gea on this show many, many times over the last 12 to 18 months. And this is just another occasion. Look, I thought the message, and I said this yesterday, but the message from the United manager was very conflicting. Because here he selected a goalkeeper in David de Gea while leaving out his cup goalkeeper and Sergio Romero. But surely to leave him out, you've got to go to Romero and say, if you go to Romero and say, listen, I know you've played in the cup, but this is a big game here. We're under pressure. We want FA Cup final as well as top 4. I'm playing my best team. That's it and all about it. He would have to accept that. But it was but Romero must have sat there and thought, well, hold on a minute. I'm the cup goalkeeper. I'm not getting game time. And he's not playing his best team, because Pogba's on the bench, Greenwood's on the bench, and Martial's on the bench. On top of that, he changed the system. So I just think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got everything wrong. Yes, players made mistakes, but his message to his team was very conflicting in its selection, I thought.
And leading up to that as well, Jan, we heard the excuses being made even before the game kicked off. 48 hours more to prepare. And then the players, you imagine that gets in their psyche, because United just didn't look up for this clash at all.
Well, I guess you talk to me now as a Norwegian ambassador. I'm not a Norwegian ambassador. I am one who saw the game as well. I mean, I interviewed him on Friday. There was no excuses. He said that's just how things are. We have to do. The program is like what we're having. I'm happy that we are in the Cup semi-final. But let's make no mistakes about it. And I'm not saying I love the FA Cup and Arsenal-Chelsea is a traditional great final. But the main thing now for Manchester United is to get into that Champions League, and I think that we're missing a bit point. For example, with Greenwood hasn't looked good lately. Well, Pogba and Martial, fair point, but he put out a team to win that game. I'm not saying only that Manchester United did bad. I think Chelsea did well in that game. He chose a 3-5-2 Solskjaer. That was the system who beat them. The last time he had beaten Frank Lampard 2 times before this season, 3 times before this season. And so I'm not defending Solskjaer. I'm just saying the main thing for him now is West Ham on Wednesday. If they win that game, I think they probably will take that top 4 position. And coming Sunday, Frank Lampard could find himself in 5th position. That is how this week will define Frank Lampard and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.